Good morning. I got to switch my screen here really quick. I was a little bit behind. We are getting ready to celebrate the 100th day of school tomorrow. Can you believe it? 100 days of kindergarten. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And I've been telling my students all week, last week, and so far all the days this week about how excited I am about celebrating the 100th day of school. But sometimes it's not all excitement that we feel. Sometimes we have other feelings. And today, this story is about a girl who had some different kinds of feelings. She might have been a little excited, but she was worried. What does that feeling mean? What does it feel like in your body when you feel worried? Yes, what does it feel like?
When you're worried, when you're lost.
Okay, sometimes if you're lost, you might feel worried. What does feeling worried feel like in your body? Okay, worried kind of feels like a mixture of sad and scared. That was a really good way to say it. And sometimes when we feel sad or scared, we might cry or we might have a tummy ache. And those are the ways that we feel worried in our body. So let's listen to the story and see why she feels so worried. This story again is called 100th Day Worries. Jessica was a worrier. I'm going to fix my camera real quick. There we go. She worried about everything. It kind of looks like her dog is a worrier too. What do you think? He kind of has a worried look on his face. She worried about losing her first tooth and remembering her lunch money and missing the school bus and getting her math right. Oh man, she worries about a lot of stuff. But on the 95th day of first grade, Jessica's teacher gave her something new to worry about. Next Friday will be the 100th day of school, Mr. Martin said. So I want each of you to bring in a collection of 100 things. They can be anything you want, but they should be small, like rubber bands or marbles, and then we'll display our collections out in the hall. Why did he say that the collections should be things that are small?
Because so they can put it in their backpack so they can bring.
Right, because they have to be able to bring them to school and they have to be able to fit them in their backpack so they can carry them to school. That's really smart. Plus, if you had like 100 backpacks, would that work?
No.
Could you ever carry that many things? No. You definitely would not have a place to display them in the hall, especially if everyone in class is bringing 100 things. That makes good sense.
Like if you did bring 100 backpacks, it would be a backpack and a backpack and a backpack.
You'd have to have like
Down to 100
kind of like a Russian doll backpack where you put the backpack inside of the backpack inside of the backpack to be able to carry it. That's a really good idea. I like where you're thinking. That's smart. Immediately, Jessica began to worry. Oh no, she groaned to herself. What will I bring? All weekend long, Jessica thought and thought. But each new idea brought new worries in it with it. Oh dear. 100 ice cubes? Too melty. 100 marshmallows? Too sticky. 100 toothpicks? Too pointy. Man, this is a hard choice. Difficult decision. That Sunday night at dinner, Jessica asked her family for ideas. How about 100 yo-yos, suggested Tom.
dogs.
That's dumb, said Jessica. Where would I get 100 yo-yos? Maybe 100 lipsticks would work, said Laura. Jessica rolled her eyes. Laura might have that many tubes of lipstick, but Jessica sure didn't. We know you'll think of something, said Mom and Dad. You have until Friday. On Monday, the 96th day of school, Jessica watched as Bobby gave Mr. Martin 5 bags of peanuts. There are 20 peanuts in each bag, Bobby explained. Great, said Mr. Martin. Why didn't I think of peanuts? Jessica wondered. Let's see the numbers that he wrote. 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 equals 100. And then he wrote up on the board, if you count by 20s, it goes like this: 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That was really smart. On the 97th day of school, Jessica watched as Sharon piled paper clips into 10 neat stacks on Mr. Martin's desk. 100 paper clips in all, Shannon announced. Wonderful, said Mr. Martin. How did she find so many? Wondered Jessica. This girl knows how to count by tens, doesn't she? Let's try it. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You guys know how to count by tens too to get to 100. That's a really smart way to get to 100. It's kind of a shortcut way, isn't it? It's kind of easier than counting by ones and goes way faster. On the 98th day of school, Jessica watched as Ashley brought in 100 peppermints. I ate a few, she admitted, so I really only have 95. She promised to bring in 5 more peppermints the next day. Fantastic, said Mr. Martin. Jessica's stomach felt queasy. Oh, what does that word queasy mean? What does that mean if your stomach is feeling queasy? Yeah, what does it mean? It means that she's having some worried feelings in her body, and we were talking about that a little bit ago. When you're having worried feelings in your body, sometimes your tummy feels how? Kind of like butterflies. Sometimes it feels like butterflies if there's an excited feeling in your tummy. But if you're feeling queasy, that means you're kind of feeling a little bit sick. By the time Jessica went to bed on the 99th day of school, she still hadn't thought of anything to bring. Oh, raise your hand if you think she'll figure it out. Okay, some of us think she will, some of us think she won't. On Friday morning, she sat at the breakfast table and stared at her cereal. Jessica, asked Mom, what's wrong? Today is the last day to bring in 100 things for the 100th day of school, and I still haven't thought of the right thing, she said. I've only come up with stuff that's too melty or too sticky or too pointy. I'll be the only kid without anything to show, and everyone will make fun of me. Jessica began to cry. Look at her little tear on her cheek right there. Don't worry, said Dad. I have an idea. Let's find out what his idea is. He pulled open one of the kitchen drawers. Here are some ribbons, he said, giving Jessica a handful of scraps. Jessica counted. 3 red, 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 1 striped. How many do you think that is? Let's try it with our fingers. Are you ready? So if we have 3 red plus 2 green plus 2 yellow plus 2 purple plus 1 striped, how many is that? Okay, there's 10 ribbons. Mom ran down to the cellar and brought back a jar. Here are some screws, she said, dumping a pile on the table. Jessica counted. Let's see how many it is. 4 big, 4 small, 1 giant, 1 tiny. How many screws does she have?
10.
Okay, so far we have 10 ribbons and 10 screws.
She has 20 things?
So far she has 20 things. Good job, mathematician. Here are some rocket-shaped erasers from my collection, said Tom. 4 pink, 3 white, or 3 green, 2 white, and 1 yellow. How many erasers? 10 erasers.
I think she may have 30
Now she has 30. Good job.
now. 40.
Okay, 40 comes next. Let's see if she has 10 of the beads. Here are some beads from my necklace that broke, said Laura. 3 round, 4 oval, 2 square, and 1 shaped like a smiling cat. How many beads?
40.
10. We have 10 beads, and so we have, now we have 40 items. Let's keep going. I'll get some buttons from my shirt drawer, said Dad. He found 5 black, 3 brown, and 2 white. Makes how many?
10.
10 buttons.
Now we have 50.
Now we have 50 items. Good job. Here's some loose change. Oh, shh, kindergarten. Be a listener. Yep, 60 comes next. Here's some loose change from my purse, said Mom. 10 pennies and 10 nickels. So we had 40, now we have 50 and 6. Hold on, did I forget something? Let's count back. We have 10 ribbons, 10 screws, that's 20. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, now we're up to 70 items. Here are 10 barrettes. I don't need any more, said Laura. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does she have 10 barrettes?
Yes.
Okay, we had 70. 70 plus 10 more is
80.
80. Good job. We need 2 more groups of 10. You're right. Here are some rocks from Iggy's aquarium, said Tom. 6 brown, 3 green, and 1 sparkly. How many do we have now?
10.
We have 10 of those.
80.
Now we're up to how many?
80.
We had 80. Now we're up to 90. Good job. We need 1 more group of 10. How much stuff do we have so far? Asked Mom. Jessica looked at all the stuff on the table. It wasn't 100 of anything, but at least she had something to show. Something was better than nothing. She doesn't. What do you think she's going to do? She needs 10 more. What do you think she's going to do?
She's going to make something.
Let's find out. Taylor, what do you think she's going to do?
I think shells.
Oh, shells? Maybe. There's the bus, said Mom. Here's a bag for your things. Don't forget your lunch. Jessica shoved everything into the bag and ran to catch the bus. All morning, Jessica thought about the stuff in the bag. She tried to remember the things her family had given her. 10 ribbons, 10 screws, 10 erasers, 10 beads, 10 buttons, 10 pennies, 10 nickels, 10 barrettes, 10 rocks. That came to 90. She needed 10 more. Where could she get 10 more things? Oh no, here came her worries again. At lunch, Jessica found a note in her lunchbox. Sweetie, we'll help you find more stuff this weekend. I'm sure Mr. Martin will understand if your collection is late. Don't worry. Love, Mom. Suddenly, Jessica had a great idea. She smiled to herself as she waited for lunch to be over. I wonder what her idea is. Do you see something that she might be able to use that is 10 of something?
Those X's.
What do you think, Candy? The X's, let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you guys, I think you're right. After story hour, Mr. Martin said it was time to put 100 things out in the hall. What did you bring, Jessica? He asked. There's 10 ribbons from my dad, she said. 10? Said Mr. Martin. And 10 screws for my mom, said Jessica. The other kids came over to look. And 10 erasers for my brother, and 10 beads for my sister, said Jessica. Pretty, said Anita. And here are 10 buttons from my father, and 10 pennies and 10 nickels from my mother, and 10 barrettes from my sister, and 10 rocks from my brother's iguana's aquarium, said Jessica. Cool, said Leslie. And what's this? Asked Mr. Martin. It's 10 kisses from my mom, said Jessica. See? I brought in 100 things my family gave me, said Jessica. Is that okay? Wow, said Mr. Martin. I've seen a lot of great collections for the 100th day of school, but this one, Jessica swallowed. This one is really special, said Mr. Martin. You've brought in 100 bits of love. There's all of her 100 things. What do you notice about how she grouped her 100 items? Yeah, what did she group them in? Groups of what? Carly, what do you think? groups of 10. Remember, she had 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these. So she grouped them in tens so that she could show that there was 100 things. Yes.
They were all in one pile. All of the ribbons were in
Yeah.
one pile.
Mm-hmm.
All of the other things.
Kind of like what we do when we sort, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She sorted by the type of item.
shapes.
Yeah. By shapes we sometimes do.
Color.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope that you're thinking about somehow in some way that you can celebrate 100 days of school. We're so excited, and we will be showing you how we celebrate tomorrow with our 100th day of school story. Can't wait. See you soon.